Hello everyone, welcome to today's video and this is your friend Bharat Shankar. Many of you might think that it is very hard to earn money from the stock market, and many of you might even think that you need a finance background or a fancy degree like a CA or a CFA in order to succeed or make money from the stock market. But today we are going to talk about someone who proved to everyone that you only need common sense to make money from the stock market, and that person is Paranju Veliath. And many of you might not know him because he doesn't show up on the media very often, but he is considered to be India's one of the most successful small cap and mid cap investor. So Paranju Veliath was born in a middle class family in Kochi in the year 1962. His early life was full of challenges because when he was only 16 years old, his family had to sell their house because of deep financial problems and to repay their loans. And this incident of selling their house and becoming homeless made a deep impact on young Paranju Veliath, and Paranju Veliath secretly made a promise to himself that he will earn money and become rich and one day buy this house back for his family. And from that very young age, Paranju started working in order to support his family, and he started working as an accountant in a small company for a salary of 1000 rupees per month. But Paranju was ambitious. He wanted to earn more money and provide for his family, and that's why Paranju took his second job at a telephone exchange where he started earning a salary of around 2500 rupees per month. And at this point of a time, Paranju Veliath was still a teenager and found it very tough to save money after paying his rents. And that's why Paranju Veliath enrolled for a law college which offered cheap accommodation and canteen services to its students. And for the next 5 years, Paranju spent studying law, and after graduating in the year 1990, he was unemployed for some time and found it very difficult to find a job back in his hometown. And so Paranju Veliath decided to take a big step, and Paranju Veliath boarded Jayanti Janata, which is a popular train for Keralites in the mid-90s, to come to Mumbai. And this is how Paranju Veliath landed in Mumbai, and at that point of a time he didn't knew that Mumbai had greater plans for him. And the city of Mumbai introduced Paranju Veliath to the Indian stock market, where Paranju Veliath got a job in Kotak Securities, where he initially worked as an ordinary office clerk. But this ordinary opportunity was enough for Paranju Veliath to know what exactly to do next. And Paranju had to stand out of the crowd, and people should know him on the trading floor. And that's why Paranju even changed his name to Francis, which was easy to remember. And with his hard work and dedication, very soon he got promoted as a floor trader in Kotak Securities. And after Kotak Securities, he even joined Parag Parikh Securities as a research analyst, and later worked as a fund manager till the year 1999, where he learned the skill of buying and selling stocks. And out of all these skills, Paranju Veliath learned a very important lesson from the city of Mumbai about stock market, and that lesson was common sense is the key to make money in the stock market. I will repeat it, common sense is the key to make money in the stock market. And this simple learning was going to change the fortune and the future of Paranju Veliath forever. So after working in all these jobs for about 9 years, Paranju Veliath had saved a decent amount of money, but Paranju Veliath was really unhappy with the quality of life in Mumbai. And deep in his heart, Paranju Veliath knew that he didn't want to become that person who traded his own happiness for money. And Paranju Veliath made a very wise decision to go back to his hometown of Cochin. And after moving back to his hometown Cochin, his real journey as an investor started into the stock market, where Paranju Veliath made his first investment decision and bought an 8% stake in Geojit Financial Services Limited. And along with personal investing, Paranju Veliath also started a portfolio management service firm which was called Equity Intelligence in the year 2002. And when Paranju Veliath invested in Geojit, the stock price was trading in single digit, and the whole firm was valued at around only 2.5 crore rupees. And at that time, Paranju Veliath even told the founder of the company that his company would trade at around 1000 rupees per share in a few years of time, but the founder of the company just simply laughed it off. But here comes the question, why Paranju Veliath was so confident about Geojit? Because it was fairly very simple for Paranju Veliath, because he thought it from a common sense point of view, where he saw that this company is paying dividends, the company is having good fundamentals, the management of the company is clean, and the company carries no debt. And on top of that, this whole company was available for less than 3 crore rupees. So considering all these advantages from a common sense point of view, for Paranju it was an easy decision to make. And Paranju's decision was right, because within a few years of time, in the year 2006, the stock stock price touched 280 rupees and Paranjo Veliath earned a fortune and made huge amount of money from this investment. And now Paranjo Veliath is officially very rich and he also has a promise to fulfill which he had made to himself years ago. If you remember, when Paranjo was a teenager, his family had to sell their house and land to repay the debt and loan. And now Paranjo Veliath bought back that same piece of family land sold decades ago and built a luxury farmhouse for his family on that same land. And now Paranjo Veliath had come a full circle. And now let's try to understand what is the common sense strategy Paranjo Veliath uses to make money in the stock market. So to begin with, Paranjo Veliath is a value investor, which means he likes to buy those stocks which are fundamentally very good and are trading at a lower price. Or we can simply say Paranjo Veliath like to buy those stocks which are undervalued. And according to Paranjo Veliath, value investing is all about buying rupee worth of assets by paying only few paisas. And Paranjo Veliath only looks for good fundamental stocks which are trading at lower prices. And he doesn't care about the size of the company, whether it is a small cap, large cap or a mid cap. And for that reason, you might see that majority of his investments are in either small cap stocks or mid cap stocks. His investment strategy is very simple. Pick and shortlist those companies which have some of the best businesses, and out of this pick that company whose stock is available at most discounted price. And the overall valuation of the company is also very attractive. And with this strategy, Paranjo Veliath found out that there might be few stocks which might fail to deliver, but most of them succeed and give maximum returns. And this is Paranjo Veliath's common sense strategy to make money in the stock market. And also, as an additional check, Paranjo Veliath also looks for the companies which are having best financial practices, strong balance sheet and honest business management. And Paranjo Veliath also has a separate investment strategy to invest in those companies which are facing temporary troubles or deep problems. For example, in the year 2014, Bajaj Group was exiting Force Motors and the stock price of Force Motors was falling because people were selling this stock along with Bajaj Group. And at this point of time, everyone was selling the stock of Force Motors, and even a lot of experts and analysts were suggesting to sell the stocks and exit completely. But at this point of time, Paranjo Veliath did the exact opposite and he bought the stocks of Force Motor at around 420 rupees per share. And guess what happened in the next 1.5 years of time? The stock of Force Motors became a 6 times multi-bagger stock, and from the price of 420 rupees, it reached a high price of around 3000 rupees per share. And here as well, Paranjo Veliath didn't use any complicated method to analyze this stock, but instead he simply used common sense to make a decision to take advantage of this opportunity. And what did Paranjo Veliath's common sense told him? It was very simple. The exit of Bajaj Group from Force Motors would not change or impact any fundamentals of Force Motors. In other words, you can say that the quality of the company was unchanged and the stock price was simply falling because of the bad news and unnecessary panic among the investors. And this is where Paranjo Veliath saw an opportunity to buy a value stock at a discounted price, where Paranjo Veliath just used his common sense to earn a 6 times multi-bagger returns. And another example of his common sense investing can be seen in an interview which he gave to ET Times news channel, where Paranjo Veliath said that companies like Sun Pharma and TCS may be some of the best companies of India, but Paranjo Veliath believes that they are not the best stocks to buy. And according to him, if you really want to make serious money, then you have to look at companies in mid-cap and small-cap segments and identify those companies which have the potential to become the future blue-chip companies that can actually make a lot of money for you in the stock market. And according to Paranjo Veliath, the real fun in the game is identifying the future blue-chip companies or future multi-bagger large cap companies. And that's why Paranjo Veliath always likes to invest in stocks from mid cap and small cap segment. And also, many often criticize Paranjo Veliath for investing in mid cap and small cap stocks because mid cap and small cap stocks carry more risk compared to a large cap stock or a blue chip stock. But you have to understand that if something is working for you in the stock market, then it becomes your belief or your reality. And maybe this strategy of investing in mid cap and small cap stocks has worked really well for Paranjo Veliath, and that's why it is his belief or reality that the best stocks are in the mid cap and small cap segment. And Paranjo Veliath Veliath also claims that the compound annual growth rate of his portfolio management firm Equity Intelligence is around 33% from year 2003 to 2017, where in the same time period Nifty has delivered only 18% of compound annual growth rate. So if you see, the investing strategy of Paranju Veliath has earned better than expected returns not only for him but also for other people who invested through his firm. And maybe this is the reason his firm Equity Intelligence in today's time has an asset under management of around 7,000 crore rupees. And if you look at stocks in which Paranju Veliath has invested personally, then the majority section of his portfolio consists of small cap stocks, which is the reason why he is known as the small cap investor. And the small cap companies in which Paranju Veliath has invested, many stocks have turned to be very big multi-baggers and have delivered very big returns for Paranju Veliath. And finally, as an investor, what can we learn from Paranju Veliath? So the first point is always keep learning. No matter what job you're doing, whether you're earning 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees salary, it doesn't matter. You should always keep learning, because learning is that key which can elevate or take you to the next level and can unlock new opportunities which can change your life. Just like it happened with Paranju Veliath, where Paranju Veliath kept learning even when he was an accountant, when he was a telephone operator, when he was earning merely 1,000 rupees or 2,500 rupees of salary. But that learning ultimately opened doors which led him to the stock market, which changed his life and fortune forever. Point number 2, don't complicate. Instead, use common sense. Because a lot of people in stock market overthink and overcomplicate things and end up not investing or investing in bad stocks or bad companies. But instead of making things complicated, try to make things simple. Look for good companies, good fundamentals, good management, and if those kind of a companies are available at a discount, then go for it. Few might fail to deliver returns, but most of them can deliver great returns. Point number 3, know what works for you in the stock market. Because if you see, for Paranju Veliath, investing in small cap and mid cap stocks works really well and it is his key to success. But it is not necessary that the same strategy which has worked for Paranju Veliath might also work for other people. And for that reason, you have to find those things which works for you in the stock market and follow that strategy to build your wealth and make money from the stock market. So this was the story of Paranju Veliath, who started as an accountant, worked as a telephone exchange operator, and now he is one of the most successful investors in India. So that's it for today, guys. And before leaving, make sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button and the bell notification. So I will see you in the next video. Until then, this is your friend Bharat Shankar signing off.